After 25th January revolution, most of the Egyptians demanded for democracy. But what is the definition of democracy? In this video, we'll demonstrate some philosophers' answers to it. Democracy in dictionary simply means a system of government in which all the people of a country can vote to elect representatives, but things never got that easy. Is democracy the right way to rule? How can we determine who have the right to vote and who have the right to nominate for a political position or any other position? Is there someone who could really represent all categories of people? Socrates in 399 BC was against this way of voting. Instead, voting should be taught first as any other skill, or you will give the leave for someone for just your intuition. People usually follow their emotions if they don't have enough knowledge of which skills should the representative have or what are his duties and their rights. For example, if you are in the shoe of choosing between some candidate who is a fool and another one who studies politics very well and knows what to do in this position. However, his dad was having problems with yours one day. You may vote for the fool to just deprive the loss of having this position. Another example of having two candidates for a specific position, one of them is a good marketer and public speaker, but the other is not. However, his other skills make him the best one for this position. Most probably, the first one will take more votes, so democracy may lead us to have wrong persons in leading positions. But this is not the right way to have our representatives. So, who have the right to vote? There are many different opinions in democratic theory. We're going to demonstrate three of them. The first is Plato's opinion, who saw that some people have more intelligence, rights, and morality than others, so only the intelligent people should have the rights to set the rules for all society. Because the less intelligent people will go with the flood and choose the one who has more impact on their emotions. But here we have a problem of how to choose those people. The second opinion was Plato's student's opinion, Aristotle. Aristotle argued that politics is based on who is the ruler and for whose interest. Accordingly, he identified 6 types of governments. The first is, if a single person rules for common interest, this is called monarchy. But if he rules for his interest, this will be called tyranny. If it was ruled by selected few people for common interest, this is called aristocracy. But if it's for their interest, this will be called oligarchy. Oligarchy ruled by a group of people, so they are considered representatives for the whole society. If for common interest, this is called polity. But if they rule for the group's interest, he called this type democracy. He believed that polity or constitutional government is the most likely normal and the best form of government as it consists of group. It avoids the position of dominance as in oligarchy and democracy, so it minimizes dissatisfaction, stabilizes and creates balance between forces in the society. But now in the modern world, the choice of representative is not only by independent votes, but a more complex group of votes and media, which is able to manipulate the voters in their choices. So the media interferes with the function of democracy and free choices. Also, the rule of money has a direct effect by buying votes and indirectly by interfering the flow of information to voters. Society homogeneity and complexity lead to an increasing cognitive or knowledge gap between those who govern and those who are governed, and makes it ever more difficult for representatives for citizens to process all the incoming information, to be effectively accountable to an increasingly heterogeneous citizenry. The third opinion was Anthony Down's opinion, who thought that we can neglect some people's opinion. But who are them? If the individuals who have little reason to become informed about how best to vote have a little impact, which may equal to zero on the decision making in the large social, and they have a little sense of political responsibility, we can neglect their votes because we need their inputs to change the main decision and depend only on the most knowledgeable people to run the society with minimal input of others, or the society is run poorly. These observations lead to assumptions that only people with reasoning abilities can participate in deliberation, so undermining the equality of powers. Also, participation of all citizens in deliberation leads to neglecting their other functions and rules in society. At the end, if you seek to live in democratic environment, I think you have to live in utopia, because now, if one has power, he will make all laws suitable for his goals only. If you like our video, don't forget to give us a big thumb up. Thank you for watching.